Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in for another episode of the Final Four. My name is B. Walla, and today we're going over our top 4 NBA Prize Picks plays for today, January 20th, 2024. A beautiful Saturday today. Gonna be some awesome football games on here in a little bit. And we're gonna get into our top 4 plays for the day. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. That's all I ask from you. And yeah, if you brushed your teeth this morning, please like the video. If you didn't, that's kind of fucked up, man. That's questionable. That's questionable. To say the least, it's questionable. Okay, but anyways, we're doing the too long didn't read version today because it's Saturday. We all have shit to do. I have shit to do. You have shit to do. So let's get into it. All right, on our very first spot of the day, it is going to be the early game, Detroit Pistons versus Milwaukee Bucks, and it is going to be Jaden Ivey over 33.5 fantasy score. And you might be saying, Brennan, did you really just pick a Detroit Piston against the Milwaukee Bucks? That's stupid. And, I might be able to agree with that. Maybe not the smartest play. But if you look into it, where do Milwaukee Bucks struggle the most? Against the guard position. A lot of guards have gone off against the Bucks this year. Even in, losses, bad losses, the guard position still seems to get theirs. Against the Bucks, no Cade Cunningham still. So Jade Ivey is the facilitator out there. He's scoring, he's dropping assists, he's getting rebounds. So that's why I like this play. More than 33.5 on the fantasy score. And it's reassuring that he just did this against Minnesota in his last game. He had 49 fantasy points against Minnesota, who is number 1 in the Western Conference. So he can do it, he can do it up against a tough team. And with Milwaukee struggling against the guard position, I think that this is the way to go. I do like Jalen Duren too, but going up against Giannis and Brook Lopez, definitely not an easy task. So that's why we're going with Jaden Ivey today. I really think he can get that 33.5 fantasy score. We're leaning on him for our first pick of the day. And so let's move on to number 2, which is going to be the wagon, Joel Embiid, going up against Charlotte today. And we're going to go with more than 18 first half points. I'm not a huge first half better when it comes to prize picks, but Joel Embiid is one of those guys, man. That first half has been smacking all season long. And I just don't see why it doesn't happen again against Charlotte. Charlotte is without their center. The Hornets, they have no Mark Williams tonight, their center, and their backup center, Nick Richards, didn't play on Friday, and he's questionable. So without that rim protection, the Hornets are not going to be able to stop Joel Embiid. I see a 40 piece in his future, but the only reason I'm going for first half here instead of the full game is because of the blowout potential, obviously. I don't think it's going to blow out that hardcore, but I do think it's possible that Joel does not play the fourth quarter, and that's why I kind of like this one, the first half more than 18 points. I mean, his last 3, he's like over 24 points in the first half. The man just feasts in the first half. Charlotte struggles against big men. He's the best big man in the league, arguably. I think this is an easy smash spot for Joel Embiid. More than 18 first half points. That's our second spot for the day. And moving on to our third spot of the day, LaMelo Ball, over 23.5 points. And so there is a bit of... I wouldn't say that those two props complement each other very well. More than first half for Joel and then the full game for LaMelo. Because if I'm playing for a blowout, then why is LaMelo going to get his full run? Well, everybody knows LaMelo's a baller, man. You go look at his history this season. I mean, there's not a lot of games that he didn't score 24 points. And so I think that's why we're just kind of hoping LaMelo gets out there and gets his production by the third quarter, which I do think definitely can happen. 24 is pretty low line for LaMelo Ball. like we said, Philly's probably winning this game. But is LaMelo gonna let them just get absolutely blown out? I don't think so. Hopefully they can keep it close enough to where LaMelo gets some good run and he goes over that 23.5 points. Probably one of the riskier plays on the slip today, but I like it, man. LaMelo is a baller. We all know that. And hopefully he came to play against Philly because he knows that they're one of the best teams in the league right now. So that's our third spot. A little iffy, but LaMelo Ball over 23.5 points. And for our last spot of the day, it's going to be Victor Wembanyama for over 22.5 points. And we're basically just playing this one because they're playing Washington. Okay? Everybody knows you go after Washington. You know, everybody puts up great games against Washington. Wembanyama's been over this 22.5 point line quite frequently lately against better teams than Washington. I know he's been on a minute's limit, but he's been super productive in the time that he gets on the court. Makes sense. He's a fucking freak of nature. He's a massive human being. But against Washington, I do think Victor can get there today. 22.5 points. He does. It seems like he's really just focused on scoring at this point. I mean, the man's 8 feet tall, and he really just doesn't get a lot of rebounds, which is annoying. Very annoying. You know, you would think a man of his size would be getting 20 rebounds per game, but he's really just not doing that. So that's why instead of going PRA or fantasy, we're just taking the points. I think that's going to be the safest way to go with this one, with Victor today. But just a little recap. Jaden Ivey, his over PRA is favored in the Bucks game. Joel Embiid's points are actually even odds on going over on his points, which is 35.5. So they're not sure if he's going to get 36 points, right? But I really think he can get over that 18 in the first half. I don't have odds for that, but I think they would be a little bit higher. LaMelo's favored to go over minus 120 on that over 23.5. And Victor is a minus 130 to go over his over 22.5, a minus 130. So every play on the slip, the books are on our side, which always feels good. And every one of these plays, I think, is a good spot for today. We just kind of hope that it goes our way. But it's Saturday, you know. I'm feeling juicy. Are you guys feeling juicy today? Because I feel like I got luck on my side right now. Let's ride this slip out and let's get a W, and let's do it again tomorrow. What do you guys think? You know, have ourselves a nice little Saturday. But anyways, thanks you guys for stopping by again for another episode of the Final Four. Let's get a win today. You know, let's get our luck going. Hopefully you guys can enjoy some football today with your families or whoever you like to enjoy football with. And thank you guys for stopping in for another episode of the Final Four. Thank you for liking the video. Once again, if you didn't like the video, then I know you didn't brush your teeth today, so it's questionable, I feel like, who you are as an individual. That's questionable for sure, but you know, no big deal, man. No big deal. Toothbrushes aren't expensive, and hopefully we can create new habits going into the new year. Thank you guys for stopping by. Good luck again. Good to see y'all. Have a good night. Thank you. Peace. Goodbye.